History has always been a very important part of the coal region. On this month's Eye on the Anthracite Region, we take a moment to appreciate the rich history preserved at the Orwigsburg Historical Society Museum. Understanding the past helps us better navigate the present, and southern Schuylkill County is fortunate to have a place where history comes to life through engaging artifacts and exhibits. More than just a museum, it serves as a community gathering space, inviting visitors to share, explore, and discover stories they may have never known before.
This shows what this building looked like when we decided we were going to save it, because it was scheduled to be demolished. The origin of the Orwigsburg Historical Society starts with rescuing the original Friendship Hose Company #1 firehouse building. The fire company posing in front of this building. The building was built between 1890 and 1891. Friendship Hose Company #1, which still exists. It's one of the very first firefighting companies in Schuylkill County. The building was not being used. A group of citizens decided the building should be saved. Little by little, it came together. Didn't happen overnight, but it did happen, and it's part of our history, so it just makes sense to save it, but then repurpose it for the preservation of artifacts and the history of our town. There's a very well-known muralist named David Nadoff. He did this. It was actually my mother who came up with the idea of the mirror, and she said, you know, I really think if the mural could be reflected in a mirror, people would be able to appreciate it more. Orwigsburg goes back very, very early in the history of Schuylkill County, so we have many, many properties that a lot of folks don't even realize how old they are. You'll find logs underneath that go back to the mid-1700s. The loom, of course, represents early weaving. We had many household weavers, early tools that would have been used in the late 1700s, early 1800s. I spent my whole life in public education. I always had a love of history, so it was kind of a natural connection to want to do this. 1994 is when it all started happening, and thankfully there were enough members of the community that had a desire and enthusiasm to save, collect. This is a really rare and very interesting piece. Sports memorabilia, representation of our early scouts, a very, very integral part of Orwigsburg, the Orpheum Theater. And this is a small section of the seating, popcorn machine. Unfortunately, we lost that building in a fire, but it was the hub of entertainment for years.
Booking your appointment at Pottsville Eye Specialist just got easier. All you have to do is scan the QR code right here. But first, let's continue our visit at the Orwigsburg Historical Society Museum.
This actually is a time clock. This came out of a textile mill in Orwigsburg called the Silray Factory. Orwigsburg was incorporated in 1813, and we have artifacts that go well before the incorporation of the community and the borough. These little shoes were actually made in Orwigsburg. The workmanship that went into one tiny pair of children's shoes was absolutely fascinating, even down to the stamp of the shoe company on the bottom, because there was great pride in everything that was manufactured in small towns like Orwigsburg. This little artifact is from Dr. McIntyre. Orwigsburg also has a very rich military history, and we have a specific corner dedicated to our military. Every community in Schuylkill County had at least one band. In Orwigsburg's case, we actually had 3. Alrighty, bye-bye, take care. Our outreach is phenomenal. Social media has been amazing. We've received genealogical queries from people in England, Ireland, and all over this country. And it always amazes me how many individuals and families trace their roots back to little Orwigsburg. One of the descendants of Gottfried and Peter Orwig, our town's founders, actually served as mayor. The Orwig family was very prolific, like many early families, and scattered. There are Orwigs from the original Gottfried Orwig family all over the country. Probably a first grader would have sat at. They all came from local one-room schoolhouses. I travel, I look for small historical societies because I find it interesting, I find it intriguing, and every community makes it their own. We get people that visit us for that purpose. I've had visitors plan vacations around coming to Orwigsburg. Coal was never mined here, but the very first canal boat that hauled coal on the Schuylkill Canal was built in Orwigsburg. Came from Schimpf's Pharmacy, and he loved having things made to give away rather than tearing down. The gentleman turned it into very upscale apartments and retained the name Arcadian. That was Orwigsburg's high school. It's been perfectly restored, and now it's an apartment building, and it's beautiful. We stand on the shoulders of those who come before us, and it's always good for people of all ages to learn about the people who came before them. We also host public programming. Those are free programs that take place throughout the year. This year, our big focus is America 250. Orwigsburg's a wonderful community. People are friendly. It's beautiful. We have a little bit of everything. I think that's why people love being here so much. We depend heavily on our residents, those who find Orwigsburg inviting and want to come and visit. It's important. It gives back to us. It helps us to thrive, and it helps us to continue the good work that we do.
We look forward to seeing you for an eye appointment here with the team of eye care professionals at Pottsville Eye Specialists real soon. We are located on West Bacon Street. You can book your next appointment easily by scanning this QR code or visiting drkislin.com. In just a few clicks, you will have an appointment that is convenient and easy to book. Thank you for watching Eye on the Anthracite Region. See you next time.